You recording or you live on Instagram?
Your boy Tekashi 69 is back. New song, new Meek Mill diss.
He dissed Meek Mill.
Yeah, they beefing. You ain't see that they got into a
Nah.
little squabble.
What did he say about Meek Mill?
I mean, he said he was. They got into like some stupid ass altercation.
Oh, I
Nothing
saw
happened.
something where Meek Mill punked his security guard
No,
or got in security.
neither
guard's
one of
face.
them punked anything. They just had security in front of both of them. No
Oh.
big deal. But you know, it's celebrity, so they made it like it was a big deal. And he got this new video out with all these big butts in it and stuff like that. And it's a lot of big butts and
6ix9ine has
6ix9ine.
has
He's like
big
in
butt
swimming
beef.
pools and he's wilding with all these chicks and basically showing like snitches have fun too, I guess,
Yeah,
because nothing
pays.
changed.
It pays to
Snitch?
There's a documentary coming out about him, right?
Another one. Yeah, a bigger one. Yeah.
There
Yes.
we go. There we go.
The big one. I'm waiting for that.
you
big
think
one.
anybody's gonna put him away?
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
Being a rapper is a very dangerous job.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but being a
so-
snitch rapper is probably safer.
They should leave him alone.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. Leave him alone.
But the whole thing seemed pretty staged. I don't know who staged it, but it seemed.
Nah, it's definitely not. It's him.
Nah, I don't think they
he-
knew it, but I think like it was a setup.
Yeah.
Someone set it up so it could happen. So
You ready?
Yeah, we're
Good to
ready.
go.
All right, here we go.
I think we are live on Instagram.
Yeah, we're live somewhere.
there we
Didn't
go. People are
Are
commenting.
you live on yours, Marco?
Yeah,
All
this
right,
is-
man.
we're
So
golden.
your Facebook?
It says people are waving.
All right,
Wow.
let's go.
Oh, nice. What's up, yo? So what do you? Oh.
You ready?
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the Ninja Rob Podcast with Marco Perazzo and Tim Carpenter. The podcast for the true martial artist.
Live. And my wife is watching. I gotta watch what I say.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
Be
she
careful.
listens
You
anyway.
know, it's her
right?
birthday today.
Happy birthday, Nicolette.
Happy birthday.
My wife has told me that she's not happy with how you and I talk to each other.
No?
No,
Why? What's wrong with how we talk to each other?
I'm not quite sure, but she just that was the. I don't like how you guys talk to each other.
We like it though.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
been
all
great.
that
Yeah.
matters. You watched the fights last week?
Which fights are we referring to? The ones we
UFC
already,
fights.
the ones we already talked about, or different fights?
Did we talk about the UFC fights?
Which UFC fights are you referring to?
The fights from last week.
Give me specific fights you're
The-
talking about.
Usman Burns fight?
No, didn't watch it. We talked about it last week. Go ahead.
Wait. We gave our predictions last
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
It's not
Wait.
the same thing.
Yeah, my question was, did you watch the fights?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, why didn't you, Marco?
He doesn't. So
I don't-
He was probably watching Formula One.
So this is I love. I haven't brought up Formula One in months.
It doesn't matter.
It's just it's a stigma that I have.
Right.
All
He's
right.
a drag king.
All
But
right,
did you
but
watch the
Stuck
fights?
with
March.
Uh,
March.
what do
What
you
about
think?
you? Did you watch the fights?
No, I don't have a television.
Well, you know that we are the only two fans of
Yeah, I know.
mixed martial
We're
arts.
the only true martial artists in this room.
Oh, it's
Guess
amazing.
so.
So anyway, what did you think of the fight?
Oh, excellent.
Hold on one second. You didn't watch Hidalgo's fight?
No.
You didn't see him get submitted?
I saw him get submitted.
Anyway,
Oh, good. See, he watches the Cliff Notes.
he watched
What-
the highlights.
Spark notes. I get the cheap clip notes.
Yeah.
What did you think about the
Gilbert-
Usman fight? Burns and Usman.
I mean, it was remarkable and it proved everything wrong that we said the week before because he is a star.
Mm.
He's a star. And
Whoa, I said all that.
you didn't say he was a star.
I said he's the
You
champ,
said you've
he's a
never
champ
seen
for a
him fight.
reason.
No,
You
no,
said you've never seen him fight.
Gilbert
Listen,
Burns.
all right.
Gilbert Burns.
No, you said you. No, come on. You said
Look,
you haven't seen
I'm-
Usman fight. You
I-
compared.
I'm
You
a-
said he was Khabib. You thought he was Khabib.
And apparently he is because
But
he's
anyway,
destroying guys.
I'm going to talk to the guy that saw the fight.
So
You just sit there and you deal with the chat. What's the chat saying?
You're live on what? What is this? This is Facebook?
Everything.
Oh, okay. Nice.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Multiple.
So
Live
he-
all over. All
he-
over live.
he is the scariest guy in the division. He is. He's a wild animal. He is not to be fucked with at all. He was able to do that to his boy.
Yeah.
Like that's the difference.
By the way, you can't call him a wild animal. Just so we're
I
clear.
would never. I don't. Yeah, I would never.
Yeah, so hold on, sidebar. So do you call the guy fighting today the Black Beast?
That's what he
his
calls
nickname.
himself.
That's his nickname. I can't help it. I wish he would have a better. I wish he would be the black gentleman.
That would be nice. That would be
But,
nice.
Yeah. But no, Usman is he's different, and I think he's getting tired of the sentiment that he isn't a star. And he's like, when he said put some respect on my name, you felt it in his post interview. He wants sauce, and he's going to
He was summoning his inner Birdman.
No, Birdman really don't want this kind of work. He wants to work, and he wants Jorge Masvidal again with no excuses.
You think so? He wants Masvidal. I mean,
It's going
does
to
anybody
happen.
want to see that fight again? Why do people care? That was
Because Masvidal took it on like 6 days notice.
yeah.
So he's saying that I didn't have a camp. I wasn't in shape.
The most impressive part from his last fight was the first round. It looked like Burns was going to run away with it.
Yeah, because
Burns,
he hit him early.
rocked him right away, and then he was landing a lot in the first round. It didn't look like Usman had anything except for his jab. But then the next round, it was just jab, 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 and he started picking them apart. And then there wasn't even a third round. There was like 5 seconds into the third round, it was over.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was super.
and it was a movie like thing to watch because Burns was distraught after. Like he was
crying.
He
Brought him to tears.
cried on a different level. One, because he just had this emotional fight with his friend, and he discovered he cannot beat him. Period.
Yeah, that was it was touching to watch them crying together as they embraced.
Look, Marco's deep in. Look,
No, I'm just updating stuff here just because this is so far has been pretty boring.
You ready for the Hellfish Invitational?
Am I ready? Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. So this is how usually things work in a conversation.
I'm gonna go
A
ultra
person
heavy.
asks you a question, and then you respond, and you try to keep the conversation going. You add stuff to the conversation, and then I bring stuff, and Devin might add something. JB might. But if it's just me saying, "Hey, what'd you think of the fight?" Like, I didn't see it.
I'm being honest. I can't. What do you want me to add? You're asking me if I'm ready for the Hellfish Invitational. I'm not preparing for anything.
You're not. You've been
I
saying
I personally just been eating.
So this is
If I
gonna
need
be
to compete, I'll
all
be an
about,
ultra
like, the
heavy.
semantics of.
ultra heavy.
We don't have a weight class for you.
I was hoping to go Hindenburg. If you have one of those weight classes. Anyway, I am unbelievably ready
If you're not
for
gonna
your
participate in the conversation. You could at least be funny.
in your bullshit tournament. Yes, I'm ready as anybody.
Your boys are ready.
They are
Yeah.
beyond ready.
Yeah. Why do you have such a like a sort of jovial grin on your face? Like
Man, just because you guys are
we don't know what's coming.
you guys are in for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the nice thing about my team, unlike all these other teams, is they're homegrown guys.
Really, Tim Williams, homegrown.
Homegrown
Really, he's been training there since
since day one.
you gave him his black belt.
Every belt,
You did.
white to black.
I don't think that's how it happened.
Well,
I
what do you
think
I
mean?
love this, guys. If you're listening, I do love watching these guys do this to each
Right.
other.
So what proof do you have right now that I didn't give him his blue belt, his purple
Maybe
belt, his
is
brown
Tim
belt, his
Williams
black
in the
belt?
chat,
You
or
could
any
ask
of his instructors that actually promoted him?
him. Your episode's going so well that we went from 0 to 1. We really
nice. Yo, 100% increase, huh?
Nice.
Nice.
yeah. So he's my whole team
Okay.
homegrown.
Yeah, and your
And
what's
your
the
team,
other, what's the other guy?
your team
All training Hellfish.
since
Listen,
when?
what's the All right,
Oh, all of
so
us-
there's guys on your team. Everybody on your team has trained with you since they started jujitsu.
No, but more than
Okay. Moving on. So we got the rule set has been. I'm going to go over the
Yo,
rules.
you
with
know
you
what?
now.
You know what you've done. You've really well. You've learned the whole Trump method. Fire it out and then move on. Come on, man.
That's how conversations work.
Oh, but because
Once-
earlier you said it's give and take.
Yeah, but you're
and
not
you
giving.
add- What you're
We're taking.
What you're taking.
I'm taking.
All right.
So we got the rule set. So we're going to go over it now.
Hopefully it's what we've been preparing for. But go ahead. This will be fun.
So it's 2 points takedown,
Great. Innovative.
3 points. Yeah, it's basically IBJJF, but we
Wait.
do have a push out rule.
Now this is something new. When I got the rules texted to me, JB, guess what wasn't in there?
Push out.
Push out. Push outs were not in
Wow.
there.
Well, now you do.
We have a week for push outs.
So
Alright.
don't
Like
get pushed out of the ring.
So what's push out to do?
So if let's say you and JB are going,
Mhm.
and you're playing the edge of the mat, like trying not to get taken down in the center. If he pushes you out, you lose a point.
If he
Or
shoots
he gets a point.
and if JB shoots on him and he sprawls out. Oh, you didn't think that's far through? Go
No,
ahead.
it's a point.
It's a point
Yeah.
It's a point
thing
to
is-
sprawl out.
If you go off the mat,
while sprawled.
yes.
Bro,
you're-
if you're
you're saying
6
the
feet
person who-
tall,
So hold on. The good thing is, I don't think it would be possible for anybody to get pushed out because the mat we have is over 30 feet. It will be almost impossible to push somebody out. Like if you're playing the edge of the mat, you will be getting called for passivity way before you ever get pushed out.
Okay.
okay.
So we do have the push out rule. So if you're like you were very scared that your guys wouldn't be able to pass somebody's seated guard,
Never said that.
and so you were worried about like butt scooting and stuff.
No, I was just trying to figure out the
But it
rules.
didn't
of
sound like you were
engagement.
confidence.
Didn't sound like?
Didn't sound like you had confidence in your students' ability to pass guard
No.
or deal with a person just
No,
sitting on their butt in
Especially
front
if it's these guys from Hellfish, because we're just quaking in our boots.
of them, as you should be. So no points. Last 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
That I really like.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I think it's just
How long is the period?
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Okay.
So
And we
3
just had
minutes-
wrestle offs Thursday, and
Right.
it was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
how
we did a wrestle off. I had one weight class that was contested.
You had that many guys clamoring to compete for you that you only contested
Oh
one
no,
weight class.
I just selected. There was just one weight class where I had a.
Oh, the
couple
guys they don't have the right to any Hellfish participants not allowed to compete.
No, I selected my best guys.
Your best guys.
Well, I don't understand what's.
Said okay, all right, your best guys, go for it.
Yo, how does this work every time though?
What?
This, like what he does. He does yo, every time. This is like
It you know what it is you just throw a little seed of doubt, right?
Yeah.
And you let
Yo.
the seed germinate and grow, and I just
yo,
leave
Timmy's
it.
like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you're right. He's like, but yo, every time, son. Every
Yeah,
time it
it's-
works. son.
It's the passive aggressive agreement.
Son.
yeah, exactly,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
The innovation is here. This is what.
Well, you know what it is? It's my blood pressure's been fluctuating lately.
That's
So,
it.
I
So
wonder
be
why.
careful. How do you know?
Gummy bears.
Wegmans is closed. You know, they shut down their meter.
I know.
Son.
Okay, so you were saying, so you weren't allowing anybody to compete. You selected, so it's like a Navy SEAL
Yeah.
Hellfish team.
Yep.
But what was so special about this one weight class?
There was 2 guys up for the spot.
So you selected 2 guys. You couldn't. One, you were like, you know what, this
We
guy.
had them wrestle off to see who.
No, but
wins.
you thought maybe one guy was better, but you didn't want to
Well,
make
no.
the
So
decision.
in training, things can go either way, and I've seen between these 2 guys, I things go either way between them in training.
Okay.
So I decided, all right, let's do a competition, and whoever comes out on top,
who-
we
who
did
won?
best 2 out of 3. Matt Eccles.
Never heard of her.
You know what? I don't
So,
appreciate it.
what was did the points to no points become a factor in both of their matches at all?
There was no stalling. There was both matches ended in submission, but the action was pretty intense the entire time. There was no nobody's playing it safe.
Yeah, so we did. I think it was either 5 or 6 matches, and all of them ended in submission.
Mhm.
Most of them, I'd say, I think 5 out of the 6 ended in before the 3-minute mark during
Okay.
the points regulation, which I thought was kind of interesting. And we had one of our homegrown true 195er got.
You gave him his blue belt, huh?
I did give him his blue belt.
You did?
Yeah.
He didn't come from another school?
Not my 195er at purple, brown, black. No,
Oh,
he,
purple belt.
yeah.
Who is he? What's
you
his
let-
name?
You let me finish the story because
After-
my 195er got injured. So this is the one I'm referring to.
Oh, so you
Before you-
recruited somebody from another school to be
No.
a 195er.
No, my 195er,
Uh-huh.
one of my black belts, got it on January 25th
Right.
with a couple other guys.
Right.
And he was, unfortunately, his dog was involved in something, and he had to break his dog up, and his dog or some dog bit him and needed to get stitches. So we were having the 170-pound blue belt class and the 195-pound blue belt class, they both had wrestle offs. And the two guys that won that weight class, I proposed to them. I said, "Hey, we just lost our 195er. Do you guys want to wrestle off for that spot, just so that you get the experience? And we're growing a team atmosphere, and we want people to get better. We're not, it's not like a Dominican baseball team where we're pulling guys in from other countries or we're lying about birth certificates or whatever. It's like a true homegrown idea." And those guys were definitely up to it. And the smaller guy won that.
And that small guy, what?
Matt McCabe, he's the owner of
right.
What's the
And he's trained with you since he
Primal-
started the whole time.
Primal Nutrition. He owns Primal
Right.
Nutrition.
And he hasn't. He
Yeah,
didn't come
hasn't-
from
he hasn't
another
won.
school. He didn't come from another school.
I
to your
have
school?
no. I have
You
no
don't
idea.
remember.
I don't.
He just
I don't
showed up
recall.
with magical jiu-jitsu skills on his first day. He's that much of a natural, because that goes into a question we have later.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, cool. It's good to know that your team is entirely homegrown,
Entire
with
the
no
whole-
one that ever trained at another gym or got promoted from another instructor.
Never.
That's great.
Yeah, I can't say the same for your place.
That's
So
right.
like the
Yeah.
two guys, you're a 205er, Kyle.
Kyle Hughes,
Okay, I couldn't remember his last name. And your 195er, Dylan.
Royce.
Dylan Hoyce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both Hellfish guys.
They train at Hellfish all the time.
Okay. Cool.
Consistently.
Yeah, I could tell.
All right, so we're going on to questions now, since you didn't watch the fights.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Were our predictions off on?
We're not going to talk. You didn't watch it, so.
No, I know the results.
All right. Okay.
He knows.
Usman won
Right.
his second round.
And we all predicted that, right?
TKO. Yeah, we all predicted.
Okay.
And we all had, well, most of us had Rodolfo winning over Fluffy because none of us had heard of Fluffy, and Fluffy submitted him.
Nice.
Yo, he smashed him with a beautiful elbow. He didn't out jiu-jitsu him. He out MMA'd him from what you could, like from the highlights what I read in the highlights.
All right. So on to the questions. First one we didn't get to last week, and I feel terrible about this. This is from Jimmy Jitsu. What is the stupidest thing that you own? In parentheses, Marco doesn't count.
Well, where did we even get this question? I didn't see it. Didn't come across my desk.
No, it came across my desk.
Oh, sorry.
So what's the stupidest thing that you own? Silly purchase.
I own 2 field recorders.
What's a field recorder?
It's a thing you would use for, if you're doing work like Devin does.
Interviews.
Interviews, or when we were trying to do the podcast stuff.
Soundscapes.
Soundscapes, yes. All those kinds of
That's
things.
it.
It's probably this, the thing I need the least.
Yeah.
And,
No, it's not.
well, I don't
It's gotta
need it.
be.
Bro,
Like,
you have a whole video game collection.
Yeah, those things are amazing. What are you talking about?
You don't even play them.
A little bit. I like having them.
So that's where that would come into.
All right, so I have basically a trash picked ColecoVision.
Yeah. Okay. That's way better. Because the field recorder you could use
I could.
for a lot of different things.
You're right. Yeah, the trash
The
picked.
ColecoVision.
But you need tape.
Trash.
When you need tapes for the fucking field recorder.
No, you need like an SD card, but the ColecoVision I picked up at a I love the Goodwill. Have I ever told you how much I love the Goodwill?
Looks like it.
Come on, man, you're recycling jokes worse than they donate
Yeah.
old clothes at the Goodwill. But there is a Goodwill. Hey, what town is that in?
That's Belmar, I believe.
In Belmar, New Jersey, where you walk into this Goodwill and it's like the land that time forgot, where it's where the Goodwill sends their stuff that they can't get rid of, and they're in these giant
Yeah.
trays on rolling casters, and you go in there and they tell you you should wear gloves, and you're just basically going through refused items from the Goodwill until you find stuff. And there's a lot of people in there that, man, you see JB's been in there. You see people,
all kinds of stuff.
shoes, electronics, and I found an old beat up ColecoVision in there.
And books.
Books,
Big on
yeah,
books.
yeah. It's
That's probably for you. Stupidest thing you own would be books. You don't read.
not even going to dignify that with a response.
What about you?
I own many stupid things. Recently, I just
We can
bought
do a
this
whole show on your.
What? I
stupid-
just bought this stupid thing a couple weeks ago that has many problems that I didn't know about. And but I own a cast aluminum rhinoceros's head.
Wait, a cast?
Cast aluminum
I didn't know
so
cast
it's-
aluminum was a thing.
It's think of
Oh,
a
you don't have any aluminum ingots at home to
No,
melt
no.
down?
so think of a wall-mounted rhinoceros's head,
Uh-huh.
right? But
Yo,
it's completely made out-
wait. I'm just putting two and two together.
Yes.
Why do you own a cast
Listen, the
rhino
why
head?
is not the
As
question.
soon as he said
The why-
rhinoceros,
The why is
I-
not the question, okay?
Right.
It's what do you own? So
you have a picture of it?
what?
Does he have a picture
Son.
of it?
Nevertheless, so picture like it's a trophy, but instead of a real rhinoceros, it's made completely out of aluminum.
Aluminum foil.
No, that would be amazing, but not aluminum foil, just cast aluminum. So it's big. It probably weighs like, 50 pounds.
You can show us a picture.
I am
Can
eventually.
we
there's a
show it
lot
on
of-
the to
if you
the
want to.
to the people
Well,
that are live on?
Or do you want me to text it to you instead? Is that how that works? I don't know where the photo is right
What's Steve Wilson saying?
Third round TKO.
now. 4.
I guess he's talking about Usman.
Maybe.
Burns.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to Devin while you're looking. Stupidest thing you own.
That thing's amazing.
It is.
Looks like it's made of brass.
Hold on, let
pretty-
me see
that's
that,
pretty-
bro.
that's pretty cool.
Aluminum.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Why do you have that now?
I have no good reason for why I have it,
You just
and you can see against my fucking giant head.
Wow.
You can see how
That's
big it
really
is.
cool.
How
I
much
like
does that thing weigh?
Yeah, I think.
You want to
weighs-
sell it?
We talk about that off air. I think I could. I think it weighs maybe like 40 pounds. It could be lighter. It is hollow, so to speak. But this, along with many other stupid shit things
But I
that
think
own,
that I don't know. I like it.
yeah, I think it's dope.
you'd
That's
have
why
to
I bought it.
ask my girl what the stupidest thing.
What would she say?
There you go.
Probably. I mean, I have a whole
What does she give
collection.
you shit about?
So I'm a nerd.
Right.
So I got mad nerd shit. So I don't know whether it's Star Wars helmets or fucking Transformers or weapons.
Yeah, but you love that stuff.
Yeah, then that's
that
not-
doesn't like.
yeah, that
I don't,
harkens back
I don't
to a
love
time.
rhinoceroses.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of
Yeah, I
have. but
love-
That's a whole nother thing.
I
have
love the
loved
ColecoVision
rhinoceroses, but
because my parents would never let me own
you
one.
see?
And this was, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna
It
trash.
was a
pick
real
this thing.
fuck you to
And
your
this- yeah,
parents.
well-
And this is
100%.
you bought. This is and it's something you bought. So you're like I wasn't looking for a rhino's head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
If
you,
like, all right, that maybe a better thing would be an impulse buy.
yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah, see, yeah, I don't think I have that, but at the same time, it depends on how much money you're spending on shit. So to the average person, spending almost $700 on a transformer
Yeah.
is a lot.
Yeah.
So I bought a transformer 2 years ago that still hasn't arrived because it's
Close
crowdfunded, right?
Right.
And now I'm waiting on it. Everybody's shipments are coming in, and YouTube is on fire because people are pissed off because they fucked it up. So people are pissed off about waiting 2 years and spending $700 on a Unicron figure that's painted wrong now. And it's like brings the nerd out of you when you're like, that's not the fucking color of his. Yeah, but it's a fucking toy.
I think mine would be. So I'll buy a lot of like little things. Like if on Instagram, if I see something that's like looks interesting, like I bought these like little slingshots. So it's just like a little plastic cup with a balloon in
I've
it,
seen
and you
them,
just
yeah.
drop like a metal ball in there and you can shoot it. So I bought a couple of them.
For home defense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You
if
know?
if I run out of bullets,
You got a lot of
yeah,
trouble.
it's
Ball
Grenades.
grenades. No.
Grenades.
you have grenades.
No, you do not have grenades.
I don't think you.
Huh?
No,
No.
you definitely don't have.
Oh no,
grenades.
no. First off, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Right? Let's be clear about the grenades.
Right.
They're empty.
Oh, okay. You the paperweights. You have like the grenade paperweights.
It's the
like,
grenade. It's the
grenade-shaped-
body.
Yeah.
It's the body of a grenade.
Yeah, you get it like the army surplus store.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
with
right.
the hole
So
in the
like
bottom.
if you
At
throw,
Goldberg.
like yeah, there's a hole in the bottom.
Yeah.
You throw it, you can hit somebody in the head. They're
Yo,
dead.
Fuck heavy as shit, son.
No, yeah, they're dead, but it doesn't explode or anything like that.
Got you.
Everybody.
That actually might be the dumbest thing in the world, a grenade that doesn't explode.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, right. So that's dumb. And I also have like these like Freddy Krueger type claws.
Mhm.
Nice.
It makes you you will not be defeated in a fight. There's no way. There's no way. If you put these on, they're so razor sharp. If you ball your own fist up, your
Kill
hands will
yourself.
start bleeding. Yes, it's
Yeah, I think
beyond.
So that
qualifies-
might
that
be the
qualifies.
stupidest.
I
If you
think
have
that's
a
there.
weapon that kills you as
That
you use
hurts
it,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but so
Right.
now,
I got
now
a knife that when I stab people, it cuts me.
open-handed, right?
Right, you're good. all day.
Tim Carpenter,
Yo, slap fest.
even Tim Carpenter doesn't want to fight me. It's
You
no way.
windmilling it.
Because even just a block, it's
Right.
just like his
It's
fingers are coming off.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
So I got a lot of those little like dumb weapons, and then I got a. You ever see a bug assault gun?
Yeah, the thing that shoots salt at
It
them.
shoots little
Oh, okay.
bursts of salt. You use it to shoot bugs.
Nice.
That's another dumb one I got.
That's fucking,
Right, and even
that's serial killer shit.
Even dumber than that
Listen,
might have been like you could like an upsell when you were getting it was actual. It was a jar of salt
Special salt.
for like $12.
Nice. You
That
needed
was,
it.
Well,
that-
the
no,
the
but
Morton's wasn't
but
good
it
enough.
said it said bug salt on it.
Oh,
Now-
okay,
So-
right. It's official.
Now, this is the thing, though. This is
Official
what's
bugs.
great about those
I love
grenades,
marketing.
right?
Go ahead. Yo,
So the grenade, I wore it on a Halloween costume
Okay.
before, right?
All right.
So I'm like this tactical looking dude, and I go to a club. It's like a Halloween night. Now everybody's in costumes. While dancing, one of the grenades fell off me. It was so loud when it hit the floor. When it happened, the entire party stopped. When I said, it was like people in their mind knew this isn't a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Right.
It looked terrible. The fear that I saw in people was insane.
Anybody jump on it?
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Fuck no. So,
Running, son.
so I've used it in practical jokes at the studio.
Yo, is it the rounded one or is the pineapple one?
The
one with-
pineapple
Oh, okay,
joint.
I got you.
And when I say it was somebody in there, I overheard somebody having a discussion, and they were saying like, if somebody threw a grenade at me, I'll throw it back. But I heard them talking about it.
Nice.
So I go and I get the grenade,
Right.
and I throw it in the room. The way that he acted, he was a pure bitch. I mean, well, who wouldn't be? He
was live,
jumped
son.
up on the couch, he's screaming everything, bro. It was greatness.
Nice.
The most expensive dumb thing I got is a Segway. I bought a Segway.
You for real? You have
Yeah.
a Segway?
A Segway. It's
Oh,
amazing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most expensive dumb thing I bought was a
But I got it on sale.
Rhino head,
no,
Toyota,
no, forget it.
Toyota.
But yeah, that's it. Segway, bug gun, slingshot.
Man, you went. That was a list, son. That was something else.
All right, next question. If Khabib doesn't return, should Dustin be declared the champ? It's from Eric Goodwin,
No,
Hellfish member. No? Why
no,
not?
shouldn't. Just 'cause he didn't fight for the title. Didn't win the title. Got to win it. Can't have it handed to you.
Yeah, I agree.
So if he,
Did he
Had fought for the
took
interim.
he took the vacated title or no?
I think he
That's
had the
not-
interim. Doesn't
Well,
he have the interim?
but if Khabib fought and had the title after he had the interim,
No, I agree. He shouldn't. Even if he had the interim, he's still not.
that
the
whole
champ.
interim thing is very odd too,
right.
with how they,
You
you know.
think
I,
it's just something they had to do? You almost
just-
had to do it. Just
yeah.
I
because of
think,
what's
and
going
I think
on.
it helps the fighters pay, like managers push for. Well, at least have it be an interim fight
Yeah.
where the payday shoots up.
I do have
possibly.
a question since I'm not as avid viewer as you guys.
Much more than him.
So what how long has Khabib been in the UFC officially, would you say? How long has his reign been since you're such,
10 years maybe.
he's been the 10-year reign.
Not as
Okay.
champ, but in the UFC undefeated. He's undefeated
Was
his entire
undefeated.
career.
Right,
Right,
right.
right, right.
Even
But
I wonder if he even had an amateur career.
maybe he got in 2013 maybe.
Right.
When did he
Okay.
start?
I don't know.
This is great. You have your computer here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
awesome.
was wondering how long he's been, at the top. How long would you give him at the top of the food chain, Timmy?
What if he stayed in it? How
No,
long could he be?
No, how long was he? Since he's retired, we're gonna talk about it in that way.
Made his debut in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah,
So and he's been
almost 10 years.
okay. Right.
Yeah, I mean, at least 5 of those years he's been.
Okay.
But he's also had. He would have way more fights. He's lost a lot of fights, or like lost out on a lot of fights because of injuries.
Right, because he hasn't really, like, for his activity level hasn't been great, right? He had like 10 or 12 fights in 9 years.
Got you.
But yeah, I don't think anybody should just be given a championship. There should always
13,
be
13 fights since 2000 and January 2012.
But
He's had some issues either making weight, injuries
Mhm.
prior or during weight
Okay.
cuts, or just injuries in general. So he's got some.
he's never missed weight, right? I think he's just not fought because he couldn't make. He like almost
Well,
died.
apparently
cutting
his
weight.
fight against Daryl Horcher was at 160, which looked like
Oh, okay.
a catch weight. And then another fight against Abel Trujillo was a catch weight fight at 158.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep.
So yeah, nobody should just be given a title.
Don't.
They
Yeah,
should
I
have
agree.
even you just have to have two guys fight. You could have Poirier. Who should he fight for the title?
Man, that division's so jacked up now.
Do you know
because
anybody beside Khabib in that division?
Gaethje,
It should be
maybe Poirier and Gaethje.
Poirier already knocked him out not too long ago. Oh yeah, I'll ask
So-
a real somebody that knows the sport. I'll ask Devin. Should Khabib, if Khabib doesn't return, should Dustin just be given the title?
They can't do that. They
Who-
can't do that now. They fucked it up already.
Because they had him fight McGregor already.
Yeah, you can't do
So
that.
who would you have Dustin fight for the title? I say
He's already full.
Oliveira.
Yeah,
Well, who's top 5? Not counting Khabib. Or top
The
3.
people
or
he
however that
already
works.
fought.
Oliveira, Gaethje.
The
did
dudes he
Khabib,
already-
did Khabib fight Oliveira?
No.
He hasn't. Right?
I mean, but no, they got to fight again. The
Who,
same
him,
fight. Huh?
Him McGregor.
No. Him and
Gaethje.
Poirier and Gaethje.
But Gaethje hasn't. Gaethje's last fight is a loss.
who did he fight last?
Khabib got put to sleep.
Yeah, well, they both.
You would have. I would say
They
you
both-
do. Yeah, but Poirier won. Poirier just knocked out McGregor,
I get it.
and Gaethje got knocked out by Poirier and just lost his last fight. So you have to do. I would say you do
Well,
Chandler.
you say
It
he-
always sucks when that happens because when the top guys are still the top guys,
Yeah.
even though they because they only lost to each other.
Yeah.
So to be fair, they would still fight each other.
The benefit of having this computer here is that Poirier fight was over 2 years ago,
Oh, okay.
so
Cool.
not that recent where you could
Gotcha.
say that
Yeah.
it was. You know,
But still, you don't come off a loss and fight for a title.
So would you
but
guys
they're both coming off of a loss.
No, Poirier just beat McGregor.
is there anything you guys have been thinking about in reference to some of this stuff that would do something new? Like should they do like a contender series for this?
No,
Do they just keep it at the top 5?
they should fight me
Does it
with these.
Oh,
man, you broke them out.
Busted them out. If they could beat me with
Son.
these, they're different.
son?
Man.
I'm
Stop,
telling
son.
you,
Look,
these
Timmy
things-
wishes he had it. Look, look,
No, listen,
look,
I'm
look.
telling you, these right here.
Hey,
Son.
make a tight fist.
Son, you should
No.
go.
So, but listen,
You should go to jail right now because of that. Right
you know,
now.
listen, so,
I should arrest you
so,
right now.
so listen, if you get yourself some motorcycle riding gloves,
Mhm.
right, with the super almost like
Yeah.
bulletproof feel and like
yeah.
things, then you turn this into a full glove. Then you can squeeze. And these razors,
Whoa.
dog, they're ridiculous. So you're cut mad times if you just swipe a person here, 8 slashes to the face. It's amazing. One of the most miraculous weapons.
That's a
of all
good
time.
purchase. That's not stupid.
That's it.
That's
I
a
like-
good purchase.
I like
Just,
how
just with like a
Wow,
little
that's
bit
quality.
with a little
That's
bit
it.
of like you said, motorcycle glove, you'd be fine.
Yeah,
That's it, man.
amazing.
Quality. I
But
see
you
how
would-
do
like, what
things,
I would
son. I see how
say-
you do it, son.
Is you would want to like sort of like gauntlet up your whole forearm
I like
just in
it.
case.
I like it right here.
You know?
Man, take one of these and be real
Oh,
careful.
wow.
Listen, man. Listen, there's too much
So it's not.
going on already.
That's the point of even the front, bro. Just
Show,
the,
show it on the camera, bro.
Yeah,
This
Please,
is
Timmy.
a single-
Show the people, man. They want to see it. This is just
Where's
one
the-
of
oh, this is
4.
the camera over here.
That one. This is one of 4, guys.
That's insane.
Look at that. Look at that. Go ahead.
like,
Go
yeah, like touch.
And this is also
go to the bathroom
It
now
won't-
with that
won't
thing on your
fit
hand.
over
See
my
what
knuckle.
happens.
but yeah, extremely sharp. Made in China, so
It means it's
Oh, you know
quality.
what they call that Chinesium. Made out of
Chinesium.
Chinesium.
Nice. No
you
disrespect.
want to check it out?
Please.
So let me give you a lesson.
Oh.
When I hand you a knife, this is important for everybody to learn.
Guys, in the camera.
So
Come on.
listen, it's very important that you have.
I'm looking at you on the screen.
All right,
I don't
here.
know. I don't want to
So,
make eye contact.
Here,
with
take
you.
the knife. All right, I'll do it with JB. JB knows. So when I hand it to you, you say,
Thank you very much. Be careful.
and that's my cue to let go. So you don't just grab and pull it out of their hands.
Nice.
You have to say thank you, and then they can like, especially if they're handing it to
JB,
you by the
can
blade.
you hand it to me, please? Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yeah,
There it was.
Nice.
yeah. These are
Man.
great. These are something
Man,
else.
Listen, bro. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Did you get the
Marco's sizing it up for something else. You know what? I know this was familiar. Did you ever see Seven?
No,
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah. I watched 7 before.
Seven with Brad Pitt, and Morgan
Yeah, it's
Freeman.
a great movie.
Yeah,
great
this
movie.
reminds me of the scene.
The cod piece.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
All right.
Now you got that.
Next question. This is from Bradley V. I don't know him. He's an Instagram guy. What are your thoughts on basing a game around guard retention? Can it stifle other parts of your game?
Basing your game around guard retention?
Mhm.
I mean, would sound like, yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, you can't base a game around defense or anything reactive. Your game has to be proactive and offensive.
Yes.
You can't like. I believe that defense is basically useless. Like it's not something worth spending much time on defending. Escaping is something that you need to be able to do, but just defending is kind of like useless.
When did you come up with that philosophy?
Recently.
Okay. Because I'm wondering, compared to, like.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm saying.
No, I didn't say it yet.
Okay. Go ahead.
Like the evolution, how and I'm just talking about from the beginner standpoint, how it's so important for defense, like to step off that man, but like, like I didn't get tapped. I didn't give up. So interesting. Your evolution I never
got happy that I didn't get tapped out.
Right.
I never had.
I can imagine that.
I do.
I
imagine
that.
I understand
when I
that.
submitted people,
Because you're competitive in nature, but that just seems like a very evolved and kind of like
I just think it's
full of wisdom kind of philosophy.
Difference in like your
You're not
approach
used
to
to
it.
him.
Because
having
a lot of people will get too into the defense and they never get past that.
But
that's why I think escaping is like a defensive thing, but it's a proactive way to look at defense. So you're taking the initiative to make something happen, as opposed to like a lot of people look at defense like tuck your chin, put your hands on your neck, and wait for the person to make a mistake.
Right, get mauled, don't get submitted.
Right. But I think escaping, which is like something you're actively doing to try to make something happen,
absolutely,
is a lot. When guard retention is completely reactive, you're just stopping someone from getting past your legs, which is super important. But you can't base a game around that, because if you don't have an offense, you don't have a game.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I think that what we would recommend is don't think about retaining your guard, right? Is how do I use my guard to counter this offense that you're putting, so counter fighting can be offensive because you're reacting off of the attack that your opponent is giving you and finding the holes or the nuanced positions to be able to mount your own offense. So as a part of countering, guard retention would be a big thing, but as long as you're countering into a technique, into a sweep, into a submission, then yes, I think that works well. This is kind of permeating through jiu-jitsu now, where is most people use guard retention as a way of stalling or stifling, right? Like putting somebody in the closed guard, but now we're getting to a point where we're using these transitions to now get into submissions. As there's tweaks to movements that you can use to get in, if you're escaping and traditionally you'd go to the closed guard, well, now you can get into a leg submission, where we're seeing a lot of that stuff happen. So Bradley V, do not
learn guard retention, but don't base your game around base your game around offensive moves that make people submit.
Yeah, and if you feel more comfortable countering, then that's fine. I
would say even countering is offensive. Like somebody that's countering is like they're more like setting you up. You don't, what I mean? Even if I let you do something, it's because I'm guiding you in the direction I want.
Agreed.
You know? So even if you want to counter people, you got to be, your goal is to make people submit, not to keep them from just passing your guard. It's from Alexis. Is it Ramos or Ramos?
Either way, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's a great dude.
Ramos. What are your thoughts on this equipment? The equipment was in a video. It was these resistance bands that attach to your belt, go down to your ankles. Ever see them? Do they have the one?
And also on his wrist.
And the wrist. Yeah. So it's like a resistance band that comes from your waist to your. So when you punch,
reminds me wasn't there an old school product like that? There was rubber.
I think that product has been around for 1,000 years.
This must be the new iteration of it.
But there was, I remember the first time I ever saw it was Evander Holyfield using it for shadow boxing.
That thing.
It was kind of a similar idea.
A vest.
Yes.
His was a vest.
And Alexis was asking what we thought of.
What is it what are your thoughts to improve overall training and performance for boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, etc.?
Yeah, so you kind of, those things are interesting. They're neat. But if they haven't made their way to be standard operating procedure at the highest of levels, there's probably something to that, because most successful organizations trend towards very similar products, ideas, mindsets. And if you haven't seen it there, either it hasn't made it there yet, it's percolating its way up, or it's just BS, or it's something that at a certain point a professional fighter is going to look at that and be like, yeah, I don't see the benefit. I'd rather use my time with something else.
Gotcha. To me, it seems like it's just another tool.
Mhm.
Give it a try. See if you get any benefits from it. Don't make it the end all be all in all your training, and move from there.
I
If
guess
you
the
get benefits
only
from it, then that's fine.
concern would be if the points of where the resistance are at, does it throw off any muscle memory that
Right.
you've built
Right.
up
or
with your just regular training?
because
Yeah.
it should mimic what you're going to be executing.
Yeah, that thing seems to me like, because it's coming from your
Waist.
from your waist, it's kind of pulling your hand down if you're throwing a punch.
Right.
But resistance bands are great. You can, like, people have been using those for all different kinds of things. Like wrestlers have used resistance bands for forever.
Yeah, I had a pair. I had the ones with the Velcro cuff
Mhm.
and then the rubber band.
Yeah.
And I'd put them on my legs and then do these really slow kicks, like to lift and push out while the resistance was,
Yeah, if you
back
watch
when I could. So it was it's one of those things. It's just a tool.
a lot of like the Russian fighters and grapplers are really big into the bands for all,
Mhm.
like grapplers
Yeah.
use them. And,
Wave bands, I think they're the new
no,
iteration.
they just use
The rubber ones.
they just
Oh,
use
okay.
the rubber.
But you've seen
like,
those other
tubing.
ones too. They're not battle ropes, but they're
Yeah, those are just like the Russian version of the resistance
Okay.
bands. They're not like the inertia wave.
That's
that
what I'm
you're
talking about,
thinking.
inertia
Those
wave.
are like heavier, like rubber ropes almost.
Okay.
The ones you're talking about, is that the ones where you'll see the Russians who go to the throws?
Yeah, judo
they're-
people have been using them forever. Russian grapplers use them. I've seen a lot of guys like Peter Yan and the guy Rafael Fiziev use them. They tie them to their feet and do kicks and stuff.
Mhm.
Weightlifters use them. So resistance bands are cool. That thing just looks sort of like just a sort of a fad. And none of those things are going to make the difference between winning and losing.
right.
They're all like, I'll bet that thing's great. And the biggest thing is if it makes you think you're punching harder and you believe that your punches are harder because of it, then it's probably good.
That's the biggest benefit.
Yeah.
What up, Lex?
Yeah. Next one, we got a couple from NJ that we didn't get to last week.
We didn't
How
get
well
four-
are these
We
rated?
didn't get 40 new ones.
These are, well, I think this is one of the ones I was complaining about last week, but
Oh, okay.
I think I can decipher it. They say anyone over 7 feet is likely to be in the NBA, and more MLB players have better than 20/20 vision as compared to your average Joe. Is there any ideal grappling physique or specific attribute like reach in boxing that helps elite grapplers excel amongst their peers? I feel like the long-limbed have a leg up. Thanks for your help keeping quarantine interesting.
So are there any specific talents that
No, we got that. We'll get in.
there's
Save your joke for later. Save the
No,
joke
no,
that
no.
you. Yeah.
no,
Save it for later.
it's not a joke.
He's talking about body types, not talents. Just body
That's
types.
not body
Body
type.
type is not a talent.
I would
Talent is-
disagree.
You would have to. How would you define talent? Body type.
It could be a factor. Yeah.
I'm saying.
So a 7-footer is going to have a better predisposition for basketball than he is for
so you say that
cycling.
certain people with certain physical characteristics are more predisposed to basketball. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, people that are taller, that could jump higher. Yes, more
Okay.
explosive, higher
Why-
level of fast twitch muscle. Yes.
Why
for sure.
basketball? Why not
All right.
tree trimming? Why not tree
Sprinting.
trimming?
Because tree trimming is not a sport.
It's an activity.
Yeah, we're talking about sports,
More
right?
useful than sports. So we're talking about jujitsu. Is there a body type that is best for jujitsu?
I don't know, Tim. Do you think there is? Because apparently every answer I give is wrong or
Well, you started talking about
or
basketball,
pre-programmed.
and you started talking about
Well,
talent.
he
We're talking
referenced-
about body types.
He referenced the 7-footer in the first part of his question for basketball.
Mhm.
So I'm just harking back to his reference.
Right. So what about grappling?
I don't know. You're the expert, so I'll defer to your answer.
For jujitsu, I would say no. I think it can work for anybody.
The live chat has come in
do we
and they
got?
go talent, natural aptitude or skill,
Nice.
including height.
Okay. Nicky Pat.
Nikki Pat.
Is height a talent? Is the
What-
deciding factor.
Is that
Is
what we
height,
doing?
We're
Is height
waiting
a
for the
talent?
answer. We're waiting
who's-
for his answer.
Who's Nicky Pop?
Nikki Pat.
Okay. Yo, why do you have
So-
glitter on your lip, yo?
I do?
Where were you prior to the podcast? All right.
Happy birthday.
Right. Okay. So
Happy
okay.
birthday,
Webster's.
honey.
I don't believe Yeah, I think
What?
you think attribute.
Webster,
He's
is he
aptitude.
talking about the
Okay, height is
the
not a talent.
actor?
So I think you're confusing aptitude with attribute. Aptitude is an inclination, not a physical characteristic. So, and also Nicky Pap. Oh wait, that's Steve Wilson.
See, yeah,
This is great having a chat support me.
yeah. I know. Gunga Din over here, Steve Wilson.
More racist comments.
No, he just
carries
the big guy's
Yeah,
water
water.
for him. Yeah.
So no, you're saying no.
I don't think there's necessarily. I think there's advantage to every body type, and
I
in
think there's
jiu-jitsu, you
an
can build a game around any body type.
Right.
There's an easy way to kind of like figure this out. If you look at, let's say, the last 10 years of world champions or something like that, is there a varying
Yes.
degree of
So you have
of attribute or
yes. So you have Roger Gracie, who's very tall, long-limbed.
right?
You
And I was
have
thinking that-
Adolfo Vieira, who's 6 foot, stockier and jacked. Then you have
Right.
Buchecha, who's tall, long-limbed, and super muscular.
Gotcha.
Then you have
Buchecha's super muscular?
yeah, he's like 260 pounds.
Not
250.
super muscular. I've ever seen
What
him.
about
is-
the dude with
He's
the
a
Jerry
big.
curl?
He's
He's big, but he's not muscular.
How about the dude with the Jerry
He's
curl?
muscular.
Remember that
Beefy.
guy?
He's got a lot of
He's
muscle.
beefy.
Jerry curl.
Yeah, like a Jerry curl. Brazilian guy with the Jerry curl. He would scoot on his butt, really good.
That's about most of them.
Brazilian guy with a Jerry
he's
curl.
world famous. He's like one of the world famous.
Marcelo
dudes.
Garcia?
That one. He had like a Jerry curl, didn't he?
He's a short, stocky guy.
Right.
Muscular?
Is he short?
He is pretty muscular.
How
You
tall
seem to
is-
know a
is he?
lot about these guys' physiques, but I
That's
digress.
the question. I had to do some
No,
research.
I digress. That's it.
Yo, how
Um,
tall is that Marcelo Garcia?
He's
how long?
like
He's
under
probably
6
like
foot.
5'8", 5'9".
Oh, okay.
And then you got Lobato, tall, skinny guy.
Okay.
Galvao, under 6 foot, super jacked.
Right. Super
Gordon
stocky.
Ryan is like 6'2".
How would
pretty
you rate
jacked.
their physiques?
I just did the rate. You want a
Rate them,
scale of 1 to
yeah,
10?
yeah,
What do you
yeah.
want to base the what do you when you rate a man's physique? What do you base it on?
I really usually don't, but go ahead.
Oh, it sounds like you want to though. You're really into like hearing about men's physiques.
I'm just kind of curious
Okay.
about when you're explaining them.
So no, I would say so. To go back to the question? What's your opinion now? Do you think there is a particular physique that has an advantage?
Pass.
Now we can get to. I know you probably had a pre-rehearsed joke for this.
Man, I tell you,
Um,
47 minutes and it's
our
Yo,
good-
your wife is gonna hate this.
I
one
know,
even
and
more,
you know,
Our good-
I hate this
really
one.
don't like the way
This
you-
episode is just
Yo, this
is
is
a
how
great
I
one.
feel every
Yeah.
week.
This is a great
terrible.
one. This is a great one.
you would think it's great.
Yeah.
You crowdsource everything.
Can you just stop letting him do it? Jesus.
That's what I was saying. So what do we got? Can you read it for us?
No,
What's the next question, bro? What's the next?
he gets
You get sidetracked.
I
so
know.
easily, bro. Come on.
Man,
So
the chat
Nicky
chat
Pap
is
is
fire.
saying God-given talent equals tall.
Man, we're probably losing subscribers. We're losing everything.
It's fun.
All right. Another question from NJ.
Okay,
Are good grapplers born or made?
fabricated in a warehouse.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I didn't finish the question. I'd say they are made through hard work, discipline, and mindful gathering of skills.
Hold on one second. He can ask a question. He can't answer his own question.
I think
There's
this is
not-
all part
This
of
is
the
a
question.
key. Well, is there a question mark at the end of his statement?
Yeah, I'm not done.
Because you asked the question and then he goes, "I say." That sounded like
He said,
declarative
I
statement.
would say.
it's a declarative statement. But go ahead.
They show up regularly, keep themselves in shape, and set goals instead of just rolling with no particular objective in mind. I've seen very unathletic, like yourself, develop themselves, well, not so much,
unathletic
into
and
monsters.
talentless.
And seemingly uncoordinated bookworms, partially true for you, become world-class surgeons. And then this is the part where his grammar fucks up. He says, we ask, see, the results say.
What?
So now you see why I was complaining last week about he needs a proofreader. We ask, see, the results say. That's the real question.
Sounds like he's hearkening back to like old English right there.
Yeah, so good grapplers.
Or
are
maybe
the-
he was having a stroke when he was trying to write it. I
Hopefully,
mean, I
yeah.
don't know.
Depending on what
Hopefully
his
he
blood
got, well, no,
pressure
he
was.
just got the vaccine.
Oh, good. Okay, that's what it was.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not answering that question.
Yeah, what about you?
They're made. You got to work. Yes, you're right. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's there's only one answer, right? You were, you were built, by fucking who the fuck knows? Some parts unknown.
I think
Dr. Yakub,
Nah,
man.
Dr. Yakub, yeah.
of course.
What,
Your
what
ultimate
about you
sensei.
think? What do you think, Devin?
What?
Are good grapplers born or made? Are good anything born or made? Good
No,
anything.
I think they're still born.
I think
Really?
stillborn.
No, not like that. No,
Wait,
Still
I-
comma born.
Wait a
no,
minute.
no.
Pardon me?
I think they're born.
Okay.
I think
I
they're-
think we've had this conversation before.
no, I think certain people, like when you watch somebody fight, right, from a kid, and they're in a super awkward position that makes you feel, what made you think you fight like that? Like if I see somebody in their wrister like this, something in your mind just don't put it together. I didn't need training to know somewhat of the form that I should be in, to not be off balance, to have my legs apart. Like,
You could say that about Diego Sanchez, and he's had a pretty long, storied career.
nah,
He's a guy that, like, if you doesn't look like he knows how to fight when he gets out there.
nah, certain things is like, for example, just like joining a wrestling team, takedown defense. Originally, it was just like, I already kind of got this from the beginning. A person trying to take me down, the idea in my head to sprawl back is like, why? Certain things for certain people is like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I make my legs the furthest from you as possible? Why? It's not like genius level thing to think about. So I think that some people are naturally just more inclined to combat than other people.
So we got into
No. Sorry,
Okay.
you passed already.
All right.
Now it's my turn.
This should be enlightening.
So this is it's the nature versus nurture argument, which you can't separate the two. It's always both. You're born with some natural talents and inclinations and aptitudes, and then you have to work at it. Otherwise, so you could be born.
Right.
We talked about it before about like drawing. You said like you could draw when you were like super young.
Mm-hmm.
If you had never like fostered that and worked at it,
Mm-hmm.
you still be drawing it. You draw better now than you did then, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you'd still be drawing at a 7-year-old level if you had never worked at it.
No,
You had a natural talent for it. Well, I'm
No.
saying your 7-year-old level, not an average.
not
7-year-old level.
even, because so the difference is my brain, if I never drew anything before, over time still took in information without even knowing. So when I went to sit down, maybe my drawing level would be like a 13-year-old.
Right, but you wouldn't be a professional illustrator.
I wouldn't be a professional
wouldn't be an elite
illustrator.
illustrator.
But the same way some people is like, how did you watch people fight your whole life and you're still holding your hands like that? Even if no one ever instructed you to, what made you not put that together? I don't understand.
So you have a guy like Ngannou who's been training MMA for like less than 10 years, and he's fighting for the heavyweight title. So he had all the coordination, the mind, the athletic ability to do it. But if he was still a dirt farmer in Africa, nobody would ever hear of him. So he never would have.
No. But if he got into a fight with another average Joe, he probably knocks him the fuck
Right.
out.
But if you took him from the dirt farm to the UFC, he wouldn't be what he
Right,
is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's always both.
But how much? So
50-50.
you think it's 50% talent?
50-50.
Yeah, I don't.
Neither one exists without the other.
Can I say something, or am I not?
You
allowed to?
passed. You said you passed.
Well, I'm just responding to what you're saying.
So
now.
you wanted
I'm not
everybody. So you wanted everybody else. You want to take from everybody else's
Can I
and then use
apologize
that.
and be able to say
No,
something?
no.
No,
I think
that's a-
I'll
Listen,
even say I'm
I don't-
sorry.
No.
no.
I'll even say I'm sorry to you. This is how much of a man I am.
You promise? Nah, what do you got to say?
Well, I don't think that it's 50-50.
What's the percentage?
I'm not sure. I think it's different for everybody, right? So maybe for Devin, as he's in his first year of getting serious about drawing, maybe his talent versus work was 50-50, right? And now it's 5-95, right? Because as you get older and you
What are you
hone your
basing
craft,
this on?
personal opinion.
You're just making it up.
It's a theory.
Just bloviating with nothing to
Theorizing.
back it up.
Theorizing.
All right, great.
I'm theorizing. But what I am saying is that when you start bringing up the term talent in some chat groups with your friends, they jump all
Group
over you.
chats.
Yeah, chat groups. with your friends, they jump all over you like you're saying that talent's the only thing. But I think that talent is like the first thing, usually, right? If you have a talent for something, that's what you hopefully can find that avenue, right? For you was I'm not sure what it was for you, but for Devin, it's drawing and producing and being artistic. For JB, he's just naturally funny and he's honed, in the barber shops of different neighborhoods. He's honed how to cut people down. Right. But when he was younger, it was just, maybe it was 50-50. But people discount talent too much where they say it's not enough. Even if it's 50-50 the first year, that 5% would not have gotten you to where you're at or Dev to where
So what do
he's
you
at.
define talent as?
That's the thing I wish I understood better. Right. Like just saying like this natural ability or natural propensity that you have that once chipped away, you've become really good at it. Right. In your case, you made it to, like crazy high levels of MMA. Right. I know it's a compliment. People aren't used to it, but and you made it to ADCC, you fought in Bellator, but man, there was something there, even if it was just your persistence, that's a talent. Even if it's just your ability to work hard, that's a talent. And you've honed all of that. Right now it's become part of your work
So
ethic.
you're lumping in order to prove your argument, you're lumping in hard work with talent.
No, what I'm saying is that it could be part of your kind of natural personality is
Yeah.
to work hard.
No, I agree. It's like basically 50-50.
I mean, at a certain point, it could have been 50-50. In the beginning, it was 90-10. It was 90% talent, 10%. But as you grow and you become more successful, I think that it's a sliding scale that changes. But you can't discount talent to have gotten you where you're at. Like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Gordon Ryan, these dudes, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, they started with talent and worked hard to get the rest of the stuff that they have. But you can't say talent is meaningless.
I don't think anybody did say that.
No, I'm talking to the chat group.
Oh, talent also adds to the interest or want
Yeah.
to become better, because if you do something the first time and you're like, hold on, I kind of feel like I'm already good at this because you're talented, then you jump all the way in. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of times that can hold somebody back. If
It can
if
too.
they're good right away, they're like, I don't need to work.
That
Well,
can, you're right.
You see
You're
that
right.
with like young athletes.
So Todd Marinovich, his father was a crazy, like his son seemed like he had a talent for football, and his father pushed him so hard that he made it to the Oakland Raiders. So he was tip of the spear. He was a quarterback, and then just washed out. He's like, yeah, I'm tired. Like I'm tired of this push. This has just been too much. So talent you could even fake your way to greatness, which he didn't even want to be what he was apparently. But his father pushed him so hard that he made it to that level of being in the NBA. In the NFL. We used to have a guy that trained with us that was the sports science coordinator for the Eagles. And I said, yo, this dude must be a hard worker. We were pointing out this guy that just got traded. He goes, nah, man, he's just really like unbelievably naturally talented. Doesn't even like football, but he knows that this is where his big payday is. So he's in here, doing almost like the bare minimum. So that was like an interesting take on that.
So last question. Will the Hellfish Invitational be live streamed?
I was wondering that.
Some people will have to work and they can't make it. Yes, it will.
Nice.
It will be on the school, Executive Education Charter School. It'll be on their YouTube feed.
Nice.
And
I could.
you can bring your,
Oh, cool,
you can live stream it. And I was gonna live stream it from either probably like my Instagram or one of my Instagrams or Facebook or something. So yeah, it'll be live streamed in at least
that's cool.
2 or 3 places.
Might be like 8 now. We're going wide.
Well, to see, the problem is we're going to be splitting our audience between all these different.
Well, whatever's most
Yeah, yeah.
comfortable for them.
How many matches are you anticipating?
Well, you should already know, right?
I'm not good at math, but this is what we have. Each team has 10 guys, 4 teams. Each one has 10 people on it, and they're all going to fight each other. So
Okay.
each person gets
like
3
a Royal
matches.
Rumble.
Yeah, it's
The Royal Rumble.
well, not all at once. Not all at once.
Oh, okay.
I had somebody reach out to me and thought it was the
Yeah?
Royal Rumble. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that'd have been live stream. That would have been much better.
That might be something to do with the next one.
It's your own personal
5 on
struggle.
5.
There you go.
5 on 5 grappling.
That's it. You
We'll
can
do it
submit
in
it. Submission only?
Well, we'll do it in
Yeah,
like Spanish.
yeah.
No
Cinco
points. Can't do
contra
points.
cinco.
Cinco contra
So you could jump somebody contra cinco.
Nice. But if you get submitted, you got to get off the mat.
Yeah,
That's
once
it.
you're submitted, it's like the Royal
The
Rumble. Like,
first team to lose a guy is going to lose.
It may
you
be.
never know
you
that.
never know.
What if that one guy is just like he can just catch things from everywhere?
Yo, what'll be
No.
interesting is to watch two people try to submit one person.
Right,
No,
right.
How you
no,
gonna
that's a 100% easy.
It
I
would
mean, no, it'll be,
two
I said
trained
it'd be
people.
interesting to see.
It would
Like-
be interesting to see.
Like, how are we gonna figure that out? Like, I'm gonna
There's-
choke
I'll
him.
tell you how we're gonna
I'm gonna
figure it out.
strangle him. And
we're gonna do it at the
heel
next one.
hook him.
Double leg takedown, other person's right on the arm bar. It's nothing you could
There
do.
it is. We're naked right into it. Son, I like it.
So what was the question? So the live stream, you asked how many matches.
I asked how many.
So
matches
what?
it-
There's 5, 10.
40 competitors. You said?
I don't know, there's 10 competitors per team, 4 teams.
Yeah.
Right.
So whatever the math is with that. 30
40,
matches.
right?
30 matches.
30 matches.
40 competitors, 30 matches.
40. Everybody's gonna have 3 matches.
Yeah, so 30 matches.
40
3
times
times 40
30.
is
It would be 40
120.
times 30 by my calculations.
40 times 30.
40 times there's 120 matches.
1,200 matches.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not
It's like
gonna. I'm not. Look, I'm
What
not
time
a.
does it start?
It's like trying to figure out
4
square feet.
o'clock in the
I'm
morning.
not a
Yeah, it is.
mathematician, but I
Listen,
think
I don't know math, but people
I
gonna be
think it's
doing
gonna
it.
start at 11, and we should be out of there by 4 if we have it.
Nice.
If it runs
That was our
correctly.
calculation.
Oh.
Nice. How
We
many
have
Is there
matches?
going to be internet there?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
How many
We even have a
A drone?
we have a
Nice.
like a ceiling camera
Oh,
that
okay.
can like go across.
Why is it in Allentown?
That's where the location is. That's the facility we were able to acquire.
Okay.
Nice. How many matches you'll be running at one time?
1.
Oh,
So it's gonna be like a wrestling duel meet. There's gonna be 4 benches around the mat. The teams are all there, staring at each other, cheering each
Right.
other on. You know, so there'll be like NJMA versus Elevated, 155. Those guys go out, compete, and then
and then
Boom,
the
bang,
others-
bang,
balance
bang,
versus
bang.
Hellfish,
And then the other.
and
right.
then
The
Okay, so
winners-
is that how it's going to run? Like, is my 5 going to go against their 5, and then they'll be done waiting
Yes.
for the next
Yeah,
round?
yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be you'll go through the first round, go through the second round, go through the third round, and then the team with the most points wins. So this is the other
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. So you didn't get
So,
into
um,
that. Yeah.
Are you brackets?
No, because everybody goes against everybody.
Everybody's gonna
Oh,
fight
okay.
everybody eventually. So it's
Is it one loss elimination?
No
you-
limit.
You're gonna have
So-
3 matches.
No limits.
Yeah.
You might lose. You might go 0-3.
Nah,
Or you
might
could go
3-0.
3-0.
You could go 2-1.
Yeah. You go 1 and 2.
He didn't get that, by the way.
What? What was the joke?
So we
Nothing.
have a message in the live chat.
Oh, nice.
Says Marco Perazzo can take someone with 0 talent and turn them into an undefeated professional MMA fighter.
There you go.
Yes, he can.
Never happened.
He's done it.
So it's
Thanks.
for
Thank
the
you, John
for the,
Forster.
for the team points. Did he come to you? Has he's been with you from the very beginning, John Forster?
Back-
He had
I
all
get
his,
that.
all of his
Look,
fights.
back
look,
at that.
look,
all his
look.
fights were with
The
All
you.
I can-
minutia.
All I can say is I'm reading what he wrote.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
I don't see anybody from Hellfish here.
Okay. Oh, we got Steve Wilson.
Yeah. What?
Nicky Papp. He's an honorary.
He's going to be competing for you too? Because I'm sorry, Steve Wilson brought you a glass of virtual water.
Nice, son. That's good because your comments are dry.
Yes. Old Gunga.
So the
Man, it's such a Stern reference.
Yo, this is
that's what I
great.
said. As he's rehashing Howard
This is
Stern
great for
jokes
the
from
live
1990s.
stream. Terrible for the podcast, the way this is going. today.
right.
Great for the live stream,
Yeah.
terrible for the
Son.
podcast.
So the
We
team
deliver in
points.
so many different ways. That's
The
what it
team
is.
points.
Go ahead.
It's 6 points for a submission,
Oh, nice.
5 points for a points win
Why would it be so close?
because.
Because
or
what?
I think it's 5, and then
You
3.
think?
It's 3. It's 6, 5, or 4, and then 3 for a decision, like a rest
Okay.
decision.
6 for a submission.
Yeah.
3 for points victory.
Mhm.
1
Major decision, we call that.
one
we call that
for-
a major decision.
1 for ref's decision.
No,
6-3-1.
3.
6-3-1.
Sorry, you don't get to make the rules of this tournament.
Are you?
If you wanted to put the time and effort into creating a tournament, you can make any rules you want, and maybe you might even be able to have some people compete in it. But are you forfeiting?
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yo, is there a likelihood that this could end up in some form of a tie? Have you? I know you're not good
No,
at
I
math.
don't think so. So I don't like this is
You
we're
didn't do
running
the
this.
math, but you're
So
no, I have
if we do 6-3-1, it's impossible.
the guy running the logistics.
6-3-1 is 10.
has experience with wrestling meets, so
Got you.
he's handled that stuff.
Nice.
And if there is a tie, we'll come
You
up with a
outsourced it, I
tiebreaker.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Tiebreaker.
Have we decided?
and so the refs will be impartial. Two refs from outside schools, impartial.
Nice.
And there will be penalties for your competitors if the referee is heckling or if the coach is heckling the referee.
Heckling.
I've already told my guys that we see how the push-out rule will just come into effect this week. Heckling.
This has been in. I told you about this a while ago.
You said, there might be a push-out rule. When I asked for the rules, I got texted a set of rules. There was no push-out in the rules that I got texted, by the way. All right? So I have a record of that. And
Actually, wait. I texted you rules as what's legal and what's not illegal. I don't think I texted you a points thing.
Yes, you
I
did.
don't
Yes, you did. I
right.
have it.
All right. I'd like to see it. So maybe you could show the chat.
All
Pull it up. And
Okay.
you see how quick he is to pull it up now.
Yeah.
Um,
So are you going to be allowed to coach as the owner of the tournament? Have you decided to?
of the tournament.
You own the tournament.
Yeah.
You're recusing yourself as a coach.
No, I'm coaching my athletes to victory.
So I would just like to have a conversation with all the referees,
Okay.
asking them to give me some sort of assurance that they're going to be impartial, because
They are impartial.
are you paying them? You're not
They're all
paying them.
volunteer effort.
These guys are not. So
They are being paid, but not by me.
who's paying them?
An outside third party.
Interesting.
Impartial.
All right.
Everything's impartial.
I'm going to ask them if they can maybe sign an affidavit of truth,
Nice.
right? Where they promise to, even though they are accepting money from you as one of the coaches,
Uh-huh.
right? That they're not going to use that.
They're not accepting money from me as a coach. They're accepting money from me as a tournament organizer.
Okay. So you as the tournament organizer, they can
I'll
differentiate.
be coaching as a coach.
So you'll
or-
take off your organizer hat.
Yes.
Now, as you're coaching, if I have a question about the tournament, what are you going to do? Are you going to stop coaching? What's more important to
You
you?
can't ask me during a match.
Well, so I'm asking
In
the
between
tournament.
matches, you can
No,
ask.
I'm asking the tournament organizer, right? I have a concern. How is the tournament organizer going to address that if he's wearing his coaching hat?
What are you talking about? I don't get it. The
So
coaching
there-
hat comes off when you ask the
Got
tournament.
you
I
right
guess
there.
the
That's
question.
it. So he
Yeah.
No,
got you.
he's asking a tournament question. The coach hat comes off.
So as you're coaching, you'll take the hat off. You'll stop coaching.
You can't ask a question
This-
during a match.
I can't ask
That
the
you're-
organizer.
No,
I can't.
you can't speak to anyone except your athlete during the match. Once the match
Wait,
is over,
wait,
otherwise
wait,
you will be
wait.
penalized.
Wait.
Your athletes will be penalized if you are speaking to the ref, people in the crowd,
Wait.
other coaches.
So you're
or
infringing
tournament
upon my
organizers.
First Amendment right
Wow.
to be able to
No,
express
no,
myself.
you can say anything you want. You just have to deal with the repercussions. The repercussions of it.
So if let's just say who's going to be coaching Team Balance? We'll just use him as an example. Rick McLaurice. And he has a question while you're coaching your team against my team. And he says, hey,
You have to wait till after the
hey,
match is
Mr.
over.
Tim, I have a question
You
for
have to
you.
wait till after the
No,
match is over.
that's unbelievably unprofessional.
Nothing's going to happen during the match, so there's no use in
Well,
asking
with your guys,
during
yeah,
the
I get
match.
it. But what I'm saying is that we need there. See, this is why you can't coach and you shouldn't coach
No, I am
because-
coaching.
because the tournament is too important and there could be things going on during the tournament that need your professional and your organizational
It's all
skills.
taken care of.
by-
Everything is taken care of. We have a whole staff ready.
doesn't
There'll be,
sound like it.
we have trainers. We have everything you need. We have concessions. We got everything you need.
Is there going to be an ambulance there?
What's the
got everything you need.
concessions? What do we have? What's on the
Power
what's on
bars,
the-
Gatorade,
Oh, okay.
Man,
Mofongo.
Yo.
Yo. Good, that was a good one. Reggie. That's
NJ
what's
wants to know what's up with the Hellfish shirts, and then he says
You're still
Tim
waiting,
sounds shook.
I sound shook. Marco sounds shook. Please read it correctly. Yeah, Marco's been he's got a severe case of BJJ bitch assness.
Never.
He's had that
Never-
since he agreed to do the tournament. He's been trying to
look,
get
so the one thing
making
I could,
excuses for his guys.
I
Oh,
can-
my
no,
best
never-
guy got a cut on his hand from a
Then-
poodle.
so I want you could say a lot about me. I'll fight, I'll argue, I'll make jokes, I'll do whatever. BJJ bitch assness is one of the things that I've never suffered from.
It sounds like you're
I've never-
suffering from it right
I
now.
have never suffered from.
You are right
Now,
now because
you're-
you're trying to get
No.
you're
What
trying
you're
to get
trying to
rules
do.
in your favor.
No.
Yeah.
What you're doing
You show up
is
and
you're
you compete.
shirking your responsibilities as the organizer.
No.
It's more important to you to win your tournament than to organize your tournament. I get it. I'm fine with that. I just know what I'm dealing
Like I
with. here.
said, I've outsourced organization. It's being
All right.
taken care of. We have
And
impartial
we've
refs.
insourced victory. That's what we've
That's
done.
good.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you're that confident in it.
I'm
Otherwise, you just show up and compete
supremely
like everybody
confident.
else. I haven't had a single complaint from another coach.
Well, look, if their eyes are not on the prize, I can't help it. Right? That's not a problem. But when I see things that are going on organizationally, that this Hellfish
You've
tournament,
seen nothing organizational.
this is true.
That's-
This is true. This
That's
is
the
part,
problem, right? That's the problem.
So, look, I think that you should do the correct thing.
Okay.
Recuse yourself as a coach. Put one of your black belts in, maybe Dylan Royce or Kyle Hughes. They could coach your team since they're
No,
so
they're competing.
since they're so embedded.
They're competing.
Well, what they can't do both?
No.
You can do both. You can organize and coach. They can't compete and
It's
coach.
different.
How's it different?
Coaching is a very
Oh, they're not good enough to
mentally
coach.
no, like I said,
they're
I've,
not good enough to coach. I get it.
I've outsourced all the organizational stuff. Everything will be taken care of that day. I will be focused 100% on coaching.
So you're not going to be focused on organizing.
There's
the
nothing to
tournament.
organize. It's organized, and we have the people in place to do it. This is what a good leader is able to hand off responsibilities to other people and not have to be micromanaging everything going on during the day, so he can focus on what's important, which is the team winning.
We'll see.
You might learn that.
We'll see. See,
Next
number one, we'll
Saturday.
see by the outcome, and number two, we'll see. We'll see by the success of this tournament.
Yeah, it's already successful.
Have you received
Think
any
of-
monies yet?
No, not a single,
Okay.
not a single dollar. It's cost me a good amount of money so far.
Have
But
you remind people when, where?
How?
next
Yeah.
Saturday,
Next
11
Saturday,
o'clock
11 o'clock.
starts.
In
Where?
Allentown, PA.
9 a.m. doors open. 10 o'clock will
What's the
be
address to
weigh-ins
the
and
place?
rules meeting. Executive Education Charter School up in Allentown.
Okay.
Google it. I don't know the address.
Nice.
You can weigh in the night before at Hellfish between 6 and 8, or the day of
Which
at the
Hellfish?
Hellfish and
location?
Chalfont.
Ugh.
And we'll have an open mat if you want to roll.
Nice.
The night before the tournament.
Yeah.
You're competing tomorrow. Hey guys, roll in front of Coach Tim. I get it. I see what's going on here. I see it.
The Saints.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't-
was it the
I-
Saints. Who
not-
was
I don't think many
no,
people are gonna be
Belichick.
coming
The
up.
Red Sox. The Houston Astros. Sorry.
That's what it was.
New England Patriots.
Stealing sign.